Today we want to talk about our tiny house, what we like, what we don't like so much, and yeah, I give you a little tour.
Hello, we are Daniel from Brazil, Stella from Germany, and our border collie Bonnie. We moved from the heart of Berlin all the way to the beautiful north of Portugal. We've got this amazing 1.2 hectares of land with an old ruin right by the river. We are going to share our experience of living in a tiny house and the whole process of turning this beautiful place in our home. Starting from scratch, we are diving into manual work, gardening, having some farm animals and any other task you can imagine. Trying to spend more time away from the computer screens. We are all about learning by doing, sharing our successes, fails, and the fun moments with you.
So what we really like is the design of the tiny house. It looks great from the outside and from the inside. We're really happy with how it worked out. And yeah, you see the tiny house is here on a base. So when you come in on the right side, there is the living room, our living room area. This was very important to us because like in Power, our old apartment, we didn't have a nice living room. The living room was very narrow and we had a very uncomfortable sofa. So for us, it was important that we have a lot of space for a big sofa, a comfy one, and also a TV, because this was something we also didn't have in Poverty Version. We missed it quite a lot because here in the north there are loads of like rainy days, and then it's nice to just lay on a sofa in the evenings. For us, it was also important that we have a lot of light, so we decided to have like 3 little windows on one side. Also, we wanted to have the beautiful view to the river. Yeah, then you see here our little heater. We also have an AC on the opposite side, and that's the living room area. What I also like is that it's a bit higher, and underneath the living room there are some drawers, which you see here, and it's great because we have some space to store stuff. Next to the living room are the stairs to the bedroom. We're going up, and what is also nice about the stairs is storage. One thing which is nice is that in every stair there's a storage. For example, just a quick one, here's our dirty laundry. But that's really good. It helps a lot. Storage is actually quite large, but it's also a bit difficult to reach. We're going the stairs up. We come to the bedroom area. The bedroom area. The only thing is I hit my head all the time with this wooden beams. It's a bit difficult to walk here. Need to crawl. But besides this, very cozy. There you can also see my tiny little closet. I will open it in a second to show you how spacious it is. And yeah, there's our bed. Yeah, and that's the closet, my only closet I have. So it's a tiny house, so it's a tiny closet. It was actually a bit difficult to get rid of all the things. But on the land, most of my things I used to like wearing in the city, I cannot wear because they're just not functional, so it's working out. And yeah, this is everything I have right now. I mean, I have some winter clothes there in the storage, but besides this, yeah, needed to get rid of a lot of things. And here you see our working area. Here we sit all day long, working remote. Now, but it's a good space, it's nice, comfier than it looks like. And it's nice because we have a beautiful view on the land, on the river. Storage underneath, like this typical IKEA shoe thingies. I like to use it also for like some electronic stuff and whatever. On the bottom, your shoes. For that it's not enough space. We also rented a storage where we can put the rest. We have the netted both with a reason, because we thought when we're planning the tiny house that we want to feel like free and not claustrophobic. This is why we decided to not like put wood there and close it up. We lost space. We don't use the net. So this is why I think we wouldn't do it again from the design perspective. But well, it's okay. Now we actually would build the floor until there and then put like a shelf with some drawers so that we would have more space. We could also put some plants. So about the table, we had like the idea that we have the table inside, but on the other side we also have the table. Here I would be able to pop this table up and then work on the other side. Only problem is we don't have a terrace yet, so we cannot really use the outside area, and the idea of working from both sides doesn't really work. And here you see our lovely kitchen. It's quite spacious and nice. We have lots of drawers where we can put things. We have like a nice induction stove. So we even have like a nice big dishwasher machine, which I love. And it's great. In the beginning when we moved, it was a bit painful because we couldn't use it, and we also didn't have running water, so we needed to go to the river all the time, taking buckets, trying to wash the dishes with buckets, heating up on the stove, putting in a French press, cleaning the dishes, then rinsing with clean water. So every dish round took 1 hour. It was horrible. And also here you see our washing machine, which we had. When we didn't have water, we couldn't also use. But now life is getting easier and nice, and it's also great to have this experience because now I appreciate the little things again. What's also cute, so here's our fridge. And what's really cute is we have some wine storage, not big enough, but appreciated. And next to the fridge, there is actually our only closet, which is a bit longer, something I really wanted to have. So here we have some more space for clothes to hang, and the rest, cleaning products. And here's our little bathroom. Has everything we need. There's some shelves here to store some more things. Also shelf of little Bonnie, obviously, needs to be everywhere. It's small, but it has everything we need. She has some more storage. And this is the shower. Quite nice, very hot water, perfect. This is also the place where Bonnie sleeps. She used to sleep next to the entrance, but and now let's talk about the floors, because there are a few things we don't like so much about the tiny house, and it's mainly the material. So the material they used here, the wood, is very, very soft. So for example, here on the stairs, you see that there are everywhere little things which are not nice anymore, like scratches, and we only lived since 3 months in the tiny house, quite fresh, and we're actually a bit sad that it already looks used. Same thing for the floor, like the floor was not really well done. There are loads of like gaps in the wood, in the laminate. Then also it's full of scratches, but this is actually our fault because we don't have a terrace. So we bring all the dirt in, Bonnie brings all the dirt in. And the reason why we don't have a terrace, we were planning to make a big terrace as you see here on the picture, but after we moved on the first weekend, we needed to experience that the river is too close to the base. So it came very close on the first weekend, and then we also talked to neighbors, and the neighbors told us, you cannot leave the tiny house here, it's too dangerous. Like in winter, when it rains a lot, the river grows, and now we need to move it to a different location, a bit more safe, a bit more up. And this is the reason why we don't have the terrace. And this is also the reason why we cannot use the outside table. And the reason why we bring too much dirt in, because now we need to like climb up. We have this board here, this cardboard to protect, and also towels all the time, but it doesn't really help. It's always dirty, always a mess. And also the bathroom is a story for itself. The walls are made out of wood, which is fine, but it's very soft, easy to break. So there was one thing. Bonnie also broke here everything already. We wanted to go for groceries. And since COVID, Bonnie is not really alone. She cannot be alone anymore. And we thought, okay, groceries, we need max 1 hour. We locked her in the shower. She managed to work herself out, broke almost the shower, scratched the whole door, scratched the wall, made a hole in the wall. It was in the first month in the tiny house. So there's also one thing. When you live in nature and with creatures, things break and get dirty so fast. It's really, really sad. Another thing with the bathroom, we had like a bad experience. It was leaking. So even though we didn't have running water, we were just washing with like the buckets, heating up, didn't use a lot of water. There was water coming out of the floor, like not where the shower is, but more sink area. And the problem was they didn't do the installation, or I don't know how you call it exactly, from the shower very well, and they needed to redo it. And they did it over 2 days. We didn't have the toilet, we didn't have the shower, everything was standing outside. It was very bad, and they finished the job like on pressure in the evening. They stayed with us until 10 p.m. and it's fixed. But you can see like in the floor, they didn't do a great job anymore. I think they just wanted to go home, would I understand, but it's a bit sad because now we have like this not nice looking separation between the two floors. And there's also the dirt hanging and it's very humid and swollen and just not so nice done. But hey, Daniel, after all that, would you buy the tiny house again?
I think, long story short, I would because I'm very happy here. I like the area, even though we're still struggling with a bunch of things, but it's nice to be able to be in the land already. If that was the only option, I think, yes, I would do it. But I would do it differently. I think we let the things a bit too loose. Casagea, I think Victor, the one of the co-founders and architect there, did an amazing job. The tiny house project is just great. I think we were discussing a bit earlier today, and the only flaw that we think it's like the net. Is we have this net, which is right above us when we work in the kitchen area. You don't really use it's almost like a ugly storage. It's not working well. We plan to do something about this. Or we start to use, we need to remove some of the things there, but we need to do something about it. But other than that, the whole project is great. Everything works, very functional, everything just really good. But yeah, the problems. We had first 2 weeks issue with the leaking in the toilet. It was very painful. Let's not even talk about the delivery of the tiny house. Delivery of the tiny house was a total nightmare, chaotic. They were not professional at all. The process was just too crazy and on me. Everything, if something would go off, it would come out of my pocket, basically. So it's not nice. What else?
Quality of some of the things in the tiny house, I think it's not the best, like the wooden stairs, the then use soft wood where it breaks, and also the floor that is just not well done, or the issue with the toilet, or that when we arrived we couldn't reach the plug for the washing machine. Like there were a lot of small things which were not going well. But I think overall I would do it again because I think the tiny house by itself looks great. It was great, the freedom we had with Casagea, like the design, that we could talk with them. They were interested in our wishes. They really wanted to do what we like, so that we like the tiny house. And I think this level of customization, I don't know how it is with other companies, but this was great. And also that was kind of close to us and we could go several times again. I think what I would do different now is I would be checking in between. Like I would go in the process, check how they do the tiny house, check small things with the wood, with the floor.
Yeah, I think it can almost say that we trusted too much. It's almost on us. We just trusted too much. They gave us a very safe impression that everything was under control. I think for the price, I think the biggest problem is the price, right? The tiny house was not a cheap thing. It was like 24 square meters, paid roughly 55,000, and the price were always increasing a few thousands here and there. I don't know, first time we talked it was like 45, 49, and then something ended up paying like 55. So I think we had most of the premium service. I think if we remove the delivery that was chaotic, everything else was premium service. They are all super friendly. They're amazing people. But we hope we don't have any other major problems. We still have a lamp here that we need to replace because it's already broken. There's 2 lamps that actually broke the first week of use. We don't know why. I don't know if it's poor electricity installation or something. We also have another issue, which is every morning, I'm pretty sure there's some condensation inside of the wall next to the AC. So this stuff is scaring me a lot. I don't know if it's really bad but also we don't feel anything from the outside. We hear like a drop for like 5 minutes after waking up because of the condensation. So this is something I'm a bit concerned now. But on the other hand, they're friendly. I'm pretty sure they would come here, destroy everything and fix it, but they would be here, right? In the meantime, so that's not nice. And again, if you're paying 55,000 for that, to have this kind of issue, it's a bit too much. I think, yeah. Would I buy it again? Yes. If you want to buy it again, do it, but be a bit strict with the checking. Be strict because once you are in your place, the tiny house is there, it's not that easy to fix things anymore. If you're not a handyman, we don't know how to do anything. So we're just computer people, chatting people. We don't know how to actually solve any problem. Who knows when the main house is going to be ready. We're expecting 2 years of construction at least. So yeah, I'm very happy that we can be here in the tiny house, and it will be a nice place for our friends and family to visit us here. So that's it.